Hey everyone, TCG Necromancer here, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Cryptid Camp on TTS, also known as Tabletop Simulator. Players will choose from 8 different cabins when deciding to build their decks, and each cabin offers an array of different cryptids that the campers may either encounter or form an alliance with, those cabins being Obsidian, Dark, Quartz, Light, Fluorite, Spirit, Meteorite, Cosmic Metal, Malachite, Earth, Forest, Fulgurite, Wind, Lightning, Lapis, Water, Ice, and Corallium, Fire. Once you have access to the TTS mod, when you load it up, you should see something like this in your workshops. Click on the Cryptid Camp icon to load the table. So you're going to want a mouse that has a scroll wheel on it for this game. To navigate, you can right click and drag to rotate the camera, mouse wheel click and drag to move around, and you can zoom in and out by scrolling. Here we have our welcome message telling us about the decks that this module contains. We have a Bigfoot and Nessie Outdoors Encounter deck, and a Mothman and La Llorona Supernatural Encounter deck. Once you're done reading this, you can hit D to delete the index card. And before we get to the decks, I want to show off these playmats we have here. Here is our Obsidian playmat, as well as the Malachite playmat. The room also provides 4 different colored dice, as well as our decks. We have Bigfoot and Nessie on the right, and we have Mothman and La Llorona on the left. Your decks are broken down into 4 main parts. You have your companion, your main deck, your lantern deck, and your trail deck. And they also give us access to the full rulebook in a nice little PDF here. So you're going to want to familiarize yourself with this document before you set loose on playing a game. Once you've read that and you're feeling comfortable and ready to start a game, we can grab some cards and take them over to our playmat. The Q and E keys will rotate cards for you, so here I'm going to press Q to rotate them to the left, and F to flip cards, which you'll be doing a lot of in this game. Next, I'm going to put the components of our deck in their respective zones, so we have our 10 count lantern deck to the left, our 50 count main deck to the right, our Bigfoot as our companion, and our trail deck. Press Alt to preview cards. Here I'm accidentally doing Shift Alt, which I'll talk about in a moment here, but Alt to bring up a preview of the card. You can also rotate as needed with Q and E. Your trails, you're going to want to strategically place them depending on the kind of cryptids you have. So here I mistakenly put them backwards. We'll fix that. But Shift Alt is to preview a face down card. Again, you're going to be doing this all the time when you play this game on TTS, so get familiar with Shift Alt in order to see what a face down card has. In this case, I wanted my deltas in the back row for my Lapis cryptids getting a boost, and I wanted my forest trails in the front for my Malachite cryptids. Oh, and don't forget to lock down your trail cards. You can use L to lock and unlock. You're going to want to do that so they aren't slipping all over the place. Lastly, you can hit R to shuffle. Shuffle both your lantern and your main deck before starting a game. Each player then draws 7 cards, and I'm just going to set up the Obsidian side of the table, doing exactly what we just did for the Malachite side. Then players will roll a dice to see who goes first. In this case, the Obsidian player got a 5, and the Malachite player gets a 3. There are 4 phases to a turn, the first one being start of day, where you first reset your lanterns, draw 1 lantern card, and draw 1 card from your main deck. It's important to note that the opposing player also plays a lantern card at the very start of a game. Next is camp phase, where a camper can either pay the cost to play a memory, a supply, a companion cryptid, or to pay to reveal a face-down cryptid. You can also choose to switch battle mode, attack and defense of any of their entities. Next would be adventure phase, move an entity from one site to another, or explore a site, or an alternate action, use a cryptid's written effect that requires the use of an adventure action. And lastly, we have end of day phase. Set an entity, place any cryptids or traps from your hand face down in any battle mode into an empty site. Resolve any effects that take place during this phase. So right now, since we started the game, there's not much else to do for player 1 than to either play a memory in camp phase or to go immediately to end of day. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to go to end of day and place down some face down cryptids. And we'll do this one as well. And pass turn. So we are entering start of day. Well, whoop, didn't mean to grab the whole deck. It happens sometimes. We want 1 lantern, 1 card, flip our hand. And let's take a look at what we have here. A sextant. We have some jackalopes, a sailor, camper. We're gonna skip to end of day phase. Technically, we could have played sailor, but the reason we didn't is we want to get more out of it. Hopefully, we'll see that maybe on a future turn. I could have also played the sextant technically on turn 1 if I wanted to. But in this game, you kind of strategically want to leave your lanterns up in the event your opponent encounters some of your hidden entities so you can pay for them. Just something to keep in mind. I'm hoping to get the 4 draw from that middle column with Sailor. Let's see if it works. And pass turn. Oop, we'll do Lantern, draw. So right now we only have Obsidian Lanterns out, so we can pay for our Galco. And he can only attack if Night is active, which it currently is not, so that might become a problem. Again, I'm just checking these with Alt-Shift to see their placement. We're going to go to Adventure Phase now and explore with Galco across the way. And the opponent will pay for a Jackalope. And because the Jackalope was in defense mode, it does get defeated. However, we do not get an evidence point. In this case, though, the trail will flip, but yes, no evidence because the Jackalope was in defense mode. And we'll go to end of day phase and put this face down here. Pass turn. Okay, we'll draw a card, turn on our lanterns, and get another one. Alright, this time I will pay 1 Lapis to play Sailor, draw 1 for each hidden entity in a column. So these are our columns versus our rows, and I'm going to choose the middle column because there are 4 hidden entities in there, so I will be able to draw 4 cards. Next, I'm going to pay for a Jackalope, switch it into attack mode. And why not? I'll pay for the Sextant as well. Supplies go in one of your cache areas, so choose wisely depending on the effect. And with that, we'll go to adventure phase. We'll explore across the way. The opponent cannot pay for the Ootbirder, so that will flip the trail and give us 1 evidence. We're going to go to end of day, put a face down Via Naga, a face down Ninjin, and with that, pass turn. Reset, lantern, draw. We did get a fluorite now, so we can pay for some of our other hidden entities. All you need is just 1 matching lantern in order to play a certain card. So in this case, I'm going to pay all 3 for La Llorona as it flips. When you play this cryptid, choose a level 2 or lower cryptid in your discard pile and put it into an empty site. So that got our Ootbirder back. If Night were active, this cryptid has Swimmer, which can explore the farthest site, which would be super helpful, so we're really needing Night with both the Galco and La Llorona. Next, we'll go into adventure phase. We'll have Galco go straight across for 1 evidence. We'll have Ootbirder go straight across against Jackalope. Because it's in attack mode, we do gain an evidence once it's defeated. And La Llorona, we're going to move to the left. Go to end of day and put down another. Actually, we'll hold on to it. And we'll pass turn. Reset, lantern, draw. We have 4 lanterns to work with. It costs 5 to get our Bigfoot out, so we do have a Ninjin that costs 4. And it has a pretty cool ability to discard a chosen hidden entity in the column, so we're going to pay for it. Flipping Ninjin, when it enters the region, discard a hidden entity in that column, so we're getting rid of the opponent's mummy. Reminding myself what we have as our board state. We're going to go to adventure phase. We'll go with Ninjin to the back because Ninjin has Swimmer. It's uncontested, so we will flip the trail and get an evidence. We'll go to end of day. And I don't really want to put anything down because I cannot pay for them. So any cryptid I put face down in my open sites would just get explored and essentially discarded. So I'm not going to do anything. Pass turn. Reset, lantern, draw. So we're in camp phase currently. And we could pay to play Destroy the Ego. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, let's pay 2 obsidian to play Destroy the Ego. Choose a cryptid, switch it to attack mode, have it explore a site within its range. So when it says choose a cryptid, I can pick a cryptid on the other side of the field, so I'll have the Ninjin explore into the entity, which turned out to be a Wairama. And since he couldn't pay for it, it gets discarded. I'll pay 2 to flip my Hungry Ghost. Next, I'm going to go to Adventure Phase. We'll have Galco go straight across for an Evidence. Uperter can go diagonal because of Flyer, revealing the Jackalope that they couldn't pay for, which will flip the trail and give us an Evidence. And Hungry Ghost will go across the way for another Evidence. We'll go to End of Day, and we'll put this here. And pass turn. Reset, lantern, draw. Lots of options here. Could bring out the Bigfoot with our 5 lanterns, but could do something else. Let's see what we come up with. Having all front row open is pretty bad. So we're going to want to do something about that. So we're going to pay for a backpack. And since it's our camp phase, we can place a 1/1 patch on a cryptid. So we drop that on our Ninjin. We'll flip a Faya Naja. Has Swimmer. When this cryptid enters the region, you can have it move the back to the front on the opponent's side, so we'll do that. And we'll go to Adventure Phase. I probably should move Ninjin up, but instead we'll go to the back for an Evidence. And Faya Naja will go to the back against the Hungry Ghost. Faya Naja defeats the Hungry Ghost. We flip the trail and gain an Evidence. Now we'll go to End of Day. We'll put this face down. We can't pay for anything, so anything we put in those front row will get taken out. Quite a bad predicament. Probably could have played this side of the board a little bit better, but with that, I think we'll just pass turn. Reset, lantern, draw. Okay, we do have the 5 for the Mothman, so I think it's time to play our companion. And they do have a pretty interesting effect. Yeah, let's play for the Mothman. When played, choose a rival camper, pick one card in their hand, set it aside, guess the card type. So in this case, since I'm playing against myself, I would obviously know the answer to this, but swap is a memory. So let's just, for the sake of the game, say that we got that correct. Because we got that correct, we would get 2 evidence. and we have the win right in front of us. If we go to Adventure Phase, Galco across the way, Upritter across the way, and La Llorona across the way to get us to 10 evidence points and 3 flipped trails. So that's how you win a game of Cryptid Camp. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and tune in for more TCG content. Thanks for watching.